Now this is going to be a mic check. Mr. Machine, go ahead and say something.
Something.
Wow, 2 microphones at the same time.
Yeah, that's the only way to do it.
Yeah, for real.
Sounds good.
Good. So basically, you're on one device over there. I'm on this device on my hat. So we're on 2 microphones. These $3 microphones are bad to the bone, man. And I'm going to say hello to Dr. Blitz and hello there, Mr. Winston. Good to see you guys here. And everybody else that's coming in on to the live stream. Welcome to JJPB. I'm not saying JJ's PC Builds anymore. I'm just going to say JJPB. Sounds like PB and J to me. You know, everybody loves PB and J. So you're going to love JJPB. How about that? Make sure you hit the subscribe and keep me motivated. What do you think, Machine? They're going to keep me motivated?
Yeah, Winston will.
Oh, I know he will. That definitely for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to give everybody about a minute or two, let everybody get in so we can have this discussion. And I hope everybody on the internet gets in on this discussion, this live discussion. Do not hesitate. You can be subscribed or not subscribed. Put your comments in the live chat right here. Okay? Now, I know there's a little problem with YouTube and what they're doing with it that says you have to pay to comment kind of thing the first time. No, you don't. If you do voice to text onto for the live chat the first time, that little pay thing goes away. Just to give you guys an idea, I'm not forcing people to pay to chat here with us tonight or any night. So you don't have to worry about that. It's something YouTube needs to correct. Okay? I'm not forcing it. YouTube is. So I gave you an option to how you can get around that. Because if you don't want to donate to the channel, that's up to you. You know, I leave that for the viewers' discretion. If they want to donate to the channel, that's the reason why that's there. You can do that at any time. That's up to you. It helps the channel out, helps me get equipment and everything else. Damn. Oh, by the way, don't forget your drink and snacks, guys. That's the reason why I'm giving you a couple minutes so you can get yourself all cozied in, you know, to your tube and get yourself all ready. What do you think, Machine? They're going to get all cozied in their tubes? Come on, I had to put a funny in there, man. I told you I was going to be here for this. Yeah, I know, Winston. I know you're going to be here for this. Hello there, Mr. MTBK. Good to see you. Good to see you. We are going to have a discussion, not on this live stream, but probably next week. And I want you guys to gear up for next week as well. We need to have a serious discussion about consoles versus desktops. Okay, we're going to have a big powwow discussion next week on this. Because it seems like that's drawing a lot of attention in Discord, but now we need to plaster it across the whole world and see what the world thinks. So save your comments for that when it comes to that time. I'll let you know what's going to be happening there. Oh, and another thing. My internet service provider is going to be changing. It seems it's going to be going to Starlink. So I'm going to be testing out Starlink and see how well my PC is going to work off of Wi-Fi. That's going to be an interesting one to see if I can live stream on Wi-Fi and how many megabytes per second I get on the upload and download. Megabits or whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about. So just as a little surprise to you. So we got about 5 people in here, you know, and you know what, guys, don't be scared of my channel. I ain't no creepy old guy. I did shave for you guys, so I didn't look so creepy like a creepy old man, like I was 80 years old and I was creeping into your closet or something. No, that wasn't happening. You know, I don't do that sorts of thing. I'm here to make videos. I'm here to help you. I'm here to be educational. I'm here to be entertaining. I'm not here to creep in your closet. You think they think I'm creeping in their closet there, brother?
No, but I think that you look less creepy with the beard.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking. You know, I'm gonna have to leave it off, bro, because I definitely don't look as creepy. I look like I was a little bit younger. You know, like I was in my 40s. Come on, guys, you got to at least give me credit on that. At least I look like I'm in my 40s.
Everybody agree.
You know, I know after 30, you're over the hill and everything else. You know, but
Winston, over 30, over the hill.
Yeah, you're over the hill at the age of 30. So that means you're in between the 30 and 50 zone. So I'm already past that point. I'm past the point of having a nervous breakdown. How about that? I've already had that.
You're too old for that now.
Yeah, I'm too old for that now. Machine's got it right. I'm too old for that, man. That's for real. Okay. Are you guys ready to get started? Give me a hell yeah in the chat if you're ready for me to get started. Type in hell yes if you're ready for me to get started. So. Oh, Winston says I'm 2 years from 30. Don't matter, bro. You're close. You're getting there.
Close enough.
And you're getting there. And when you get there, you're going to feel like an old man.
He already does.
You're going to feel like an old man. Trust me. You're going to have that old man syndrome. So, you know how that goes. You guys never told me, before we do get started, you guys never told me, what do you think of my PC? I did a video on it. Nobody comment on how if you guys like my PC or not. But I noticed, and I was talking to Mr. Machine about this. I know it's going off subject a little bit. We haven't started the Discord thing yet, so just keep your pantyhose on. So, but Jay's 2 Cents did a video today. He's a good guy. You know, I'm not going to crap on his channel or anything. I just want to say the PC that he built today is close to resembling mine. I mean, he got the Asus Dual 5070 OC. I have the Asus Dual 4070 OC. That's one. He got the 9700X on a B850 motherboard. I got the 9700X on a B850 motherboard. He got 6000 CL30 RAM. I got 6000 CL28 RAM. Like I said, it was close. The drive that he got is close to the one I got, the SSD. I mean, except for the case, I like my case better than that Lee and Lee 011 case he got. I understand it's a black outlook. It would look good for a blacked out look, but I like mine blacked out but have a little bit of RGB to it.
Makes it faster.
Yeah, it does. It does make it faster. I do agree.
Make it faster.
Definitely makes it faster. I didn't even know. I'll go and check it now in the Discord. What are you checking for in the Discord? There ain't nothing there. There ain't nothing there. You ain't got to check out nothing. We'll talk about all the pros and cons of consoles next week. So save your opinions for that, guys and girls. Save your opinion. All right, Machine, what do you think? Ready to get started with this Discord thing?
Sure.
Okay. Now, here's the question for you all. Why so many users are frustrated? Now, if you would have looked at, and I'm not being honest with you, if you would have looked at the video description for the live stream, you would have seen I put these questions already in the description. And these are the questions I'm going to be reading off. So that's the question, guys, and you can answer this in the live chat. Don't be scared. I want to know. I mean, we need to voice our opinion about this Discord thing because we worked so hard building our Discord up, and now we got to give it up? Are you serious right now? Because they're worried about a COPA law? Don't you think they should have had that plan in place 2 years back or 3 years back? What was it, about 3 years ago they started this COPA law? Don't you think they should have had that plan in place before this even come about? Don't you think they should have started weeding out through their users already? No. Everybody's going to tell me that, over in the UK, they 70,000 people got hacked because of Discord, their personal information.
Yep.
And now you got everybody here that's telling me they're not going to do anything. They're not going to give up anything. And Machine, you want to tell them what you're thinking about this?
So, the way that I see it, and the way that I understand it from other stuff I've read online and other creators, is they're not going to do it in the United States yet. Now, yet meaning they don't know what's going to, like, they don't know when they're going to implement this. But the way that I feel is I'm going to hang with it until they ID me. We need to have a backup plan, and we need to see where other options are available. But to make the move, we need to make sure we are doing the right thing, my view. So we need to make sure we do the research on that platform. We need to make sure that they haven't been hacked. We need to make sure it's secure. We need to make sure it's free. There's a lot of things we got to make sure of, and there's a lot of research that needs to be done. But the way that I feel is, since so much that time has been spent building this, until something happens, we should just stick. And then if they start asking people for ID, we're done. Because I already told Jay that if I got asked for ID, I would delete Discord. Because I'm not doing it. So just maintain and get a backup plan is what I.
Mr. Winston, I want you to understand, COPA law didn't start getting implemented until 2022. And it wasn't until late 22 they start pushing it in 2023. They said they implemented it in some states. Not all states were implementing this. California wasn't implementing this until 2023. So basically it comes down to the point in time that there's a better way that Discord could have done this. Okay, if they're having this many problems with, how can I say this, Machine? If they're having this many problems with people on Discord, well, maybe they should start weeding them out.
Yep. They get rid of those problem people.
Yes.
But instead of making everybody, like, there's 1% of the community there that does the adult stuff. So what they need to do is just put a separate thing for those people and make them ID, and then leave everybody else alone.
Exactly. Especially with our channel here. See, I'm gonna state this really clear so Discord hears this, even if they watch this video. We are an educational and entertainment channel only. We deal with PCs. We don't deal with any of that other nonsense. We keep it clean. We do things right. Once in a while, I might slip with the lip on, an F word or two. But the thing is, all my videos are 99% clean.
Yep.
We don't do anything that's against the rules of YouTube or Discord.
Yep.
And we follow the rules. So I don't see us going to have a problem in the future, because if it comes down to it and they kind of try to push Discord, my Discord, in the wrong light, I'm going to send a message to Discord directly. And I'm going to tell them what we do on this channel. And we vet everybody that comes on this channel. I vet everybody that comes in. I get to meet everybody that comes in on Discord. There's not a person that I have not met yet on the Discord, our Discord channel. Am I wrong?
Yep. You know everybody.
I know everybody.
People off your Discord too.
I know everybody's age. I know everybody, what goes on with everybody, because everybody says it right there in the live voice chat. Everybody I've talked to so far in the live voice chat, so there's no secrets. I know people's ages and everything else, and I don't hinder people because of their ages. Okay, they're learning to build personal computers.
Yep.
They're learning, and everybody knows to keep it clean. And that's the reason why we don't have a problem on our channel, because if we keep it clean, there's never going to be a problem. I think the problem's dealing with the channels that are having that problem. You know what I mean?
Yep. And they need to deal with those channels, not the ones that are causing problems.
Right. You get your channels that are causing problems, and you get your channels that are doing it right. And I'm making sure we're doing it right, because if there's somebody that's going to be disruptive on the channel, you'll get banned automatically from me.
Yep.
I watch day in and day out, 7 days a week, 24/7. If I'm not watching, I know one of my loyal subscribers are watching, and they will tell me.
Mm-hmm.
So there is no secret on my Discord. They tell me everything. They don't leave nothing out. So it is what it is. Like I said, I keep it clean. I keep it honest. And everybody likes it just the way it is. Am I wrong, Machine?
No. Yeah, it's always been clean, and then if anybody skates that line, you let them know.
Oh,
you
yeah.
give them a warning.
Oh, yeah.
It's happened a couple times.
Yep. But we all know that that isn't going to happen, but hopefully it does. It does, in fact, only PCs. It's not going to happen. I have a feeling that we got quite a few years to go. So no worries there, Mr. Winston. I will do my best and my diligence to keep the Discord channel just the way it is. And I will work with Discord to ensure them it's going to stay the way it is. So I will find a way to keep the Discord the way it is. Now, when it comes to you guys, on the other hand, I can't guarantee that. I can guarantee the channel, but I can't guarantee your membership to Discord. That I can't guarantee.
Yeah, because it depends on what people are doing with Discord.
Exactly. So
yeah, it's up to them. So if you're clean on Discord, you don't have any issues to worry about. It's the way that I see it.
Well, it's understandable, Winston, but I'm just going to bring this point up. If you've been running on this channel for quite a while now, and I'm sure Discord has all the data they need upon you, I'm sure they're not going to change anything. Okay? Because everybody that's on the Discord channel, I'll do my best to tell, Discord, and I'll send them a message if I have to, that everybody on my Discord channel, and you can read who I have there, are on the up and up.
Mhm.
Okay. Now, understand something about Discord. There are going to be, in time, there are going to be limitations on the age group. YouTube has it set for my videos to go to people 18 years of age and up. We understand that. But also, too, on the Discord channel, I have allowed people that are 15, 16 years old and up on the channel, on the Discord channel. So that's the reason why I tell all my Discord members, keep it clean. There are children on the Discord channel.
Got some teenagers, yep.
Teenagers, kids. Well, you got to remember, I'm a father too, so I tell everybody keep it clean.
They're all, yeah.
So I just wanted to clarify that really quick with everybody.
Yeah. Plus, we're not that type of channel anyways. We're just talking about computer components and all that kind of stuff and PC stuff. So really, there's no need to get into any other conversation besides that.
Nope.
On the channel.
No, there's not.
The way that I see it, it should always be clean, even if there weren't a couple of 16-year-olds on the channel.
Right.
So it doesn't matter to me.
I give, and believe it or not, Machine, I give the opportunity to the kids because the kids are the future.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And even being seasoned the way we are on how PCs work, this gives them a better opportunity to have a future in order to go out in the world and say, guess what? I learned all this from this, and I can put it together with my eyes closed. That, and when you got kids that learn from the channels and they go to MIT and they learn even more, they become professionals. They become experienced professionals. Okay. I had my chance to go to MIT. I had my chance to go to Westinghouse. I did get the opportunities. But I decided to go down a different road and do it on my own instead of me working for various companies. So I decided to work for myself. As I was working in the hospitality industry, I was doing my own side business years ago. So, I mean, I got my experience from being self-taught how to do computers. Self-taught in everything with software to hardware. So, and good training from good technicians, I will tell you this. Ones that had warehouses of computers for you to work on and gander with. Build computers from parts that are just laying on their shelves. Yeah. I've built thousands upon thousands of computers. So this is not my first rodeo. I can still take an old system like this and still turn it into a gaming machine. Might not be for AAA games, but it will play games. So there, that's that. But as far as Discord, let's go to the next thing. What features we actually need in a community platform? What features are we actually needing? Okay, let's look at the facts there, Machine. The way I have everything set up into separate brackets, so where if somebody wants to talk about CPUs, GPUs, to keep right on the target point, I got servers for that. Individual servers. And then we have an overall community to where we can chat right into the overall community. And if anybody's got discussion or problems, then they can put it in one of the side ones and they ain't got a problem with that. I have it set up very carefully for everybody to communicate. So, like me and the kid, Dynamite. Oh, Mr. DV, good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Now, Winston, what would you do with qubits? That's what I'd like to know. What are you going to do with qubits? As soon as you expend a qubit, it dies. What are you going to do with the qubit? So we're not even there for quantum technology yet. Nowhere near. If they can keep a qubit alive, that's a different story. But so far, they're unable to do that. So that's a failure. That's the reason why I don't talk about quantum technology much, because there's nothing there. So I can't wait for the day my daughter asked me to build one for sure. There you go. That's a good way to think about it there, Mr. Winston. That's a good way to think about it. Waiting on the day for your child to ask you to build one, and for them to build it along with you. That's even better. Because all this live information that you get step by step, you're not going to get it anywhere else on any other channel than this one. Because if you guys wanted me to do a one-on-one with you with the computer, Machine knows I always do that. Right? So, but back to the Discord. See, now the pros and cons of the top alternatives. Let's talk about the pros and cons. If we have to leave the channel and go to a different channel, what channels are going to be the best and the worst? Give me 3 good ones. And out of that 3, give me the top one that would be the best one to go to. When it comes to a channel like Discord, we need alternatives. That's right. Why we're here tonight talking about it is because we need an alternative. They got TeamSpeak, they got Matrix, and what other ones? I know about TeamSpeak and I know about Matrix. I don't recommend using Microsoft Team. I wouldn't recommend that because I think that would be a disaster. I don't know. You guys tell me. Pal Talk. Yeah, I forgot about Pal Talk. Oh, that's okay, Winston. I know you're on your phone, brother. That's fine. So you got Pal Talk. That's a really good one because that's been out since 1997. You got TeamSpeak. I guess that's what they call it, TeamSpeak. And you got a Matrix. I found those to be the 3 contenders. I don't know what you guys think about that, but I found those to be the 3 contenders. What do you think, Machine?
Yeah.
See, because you sent me a link to that one. I watched it, but also, too, I watched another video about it because they have a lot of issues with that one going on. Because they don't have the screen share or the live voice chat with that one that you sent me. They're working on it, but they're not there yet. You know what I mean? But TeamSpeak, Pal Talk, and Matrix, they are there. But we'll have to feel them all out to see what's going on. Mumble's a good one. I forgot about Mumble. There's 4. So there was one that I was on years ago. It looked like a chat bubble. What one was it that looked like a chat bubble? Was that TeamSpeak or no?
Yeah, I don't know.
No, their icon looked like a chat bubble. I can't remember the name of that. That was a really good one. They used it for gaming and all that. It was a really good gaming um, chat board. Yes, I know. I know, Winston. I do know that, my friend. We definitely had a chat about this. But there's also one more. I can't remember the damn name of it. Can't remember the name of it. It was really good. I've ran with it when I was running on the gaming channels, and it has a really good, robust, you know, it's set up way better than Discord. Way better than Discord. I can't remember the name. I know one way to find out. Let's see. Let's see if I can come up with the answer. Yeah, I think it is Pal Talk. So, yeah. Yep. It looks like Pal Talk. So, that comes back to the thing. I see you. What are you guys saying? Oh my goodness. They're gone. I think they're gone cuckoo with Cocoa Puffs. Okay. Okay, so the pros and cons, the best I think is Pal Talk. The pros are that it gives you everything that Discord gives you. The cons, I really haven't heard many cons to it because it's been around for so many years. So it's definitely a seasoned chat site. As far as the others, I haven't really heard anything about them. So that's a little bit of a con for me. So now, but here's the next question. Is it time to migrate or do we wait? I think we've already had that discussion, but so what do you guys think? Machine, what do you think? You think it's time to wait, don't you?
I would have a backup plan in place just in case, like maybe try a couple out.
Well, I've already tried Pal Talk before.
Okay.
So I know how that operates. It's not a big deal.
Okay.
It's a free website and it doesn't pry into your book, doesn't pry into your life. I agree, Winston. Yeah, I'm starting to think that it might be just best to wait. So, but that's pretty much all I had as far as questions on it. So we've pretty much covered in 37 minutes everything about Discord, unless you guys got something else that you want to add to this discussion for Discord. Because I'll tell you what, I've already got a backup plan in mind. And like I said, Pal Talk is going to be the best way to go. Plus, everybody can get it on whatever operating system you're on. So it's, you can, if you're on Linux, you'll be able to get Pal Talk. And if you're on Windows 11, Windows 10, Windows 7, you'll be able to get Pal Talk. So it's very robust. And that's what I'm looking at, the robustness. Is it going to be worthy of between Linux and Windows? So, yeah. And plus, we have to look at, we don't want to download a server to our computer now, do we? We really don't want to do that. We want online service. Basically, they keep their software online. It doesn't come to your computer and cause a bunch of mischief. So we have to keep that in mind as well. I thought about it, and that's the reason why I'm not going with Microsoft Teams. Even though that everybody that's got a Windows operating system can get Microsoft Teams. But it doesn't make it fair for Linux users. So Pal Talk would probably be the best to go with because it's not a download. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. You agree with that, Machine?
Yeah.
I mean, you'd rather have the program online than have it in your computer, right?
Yeah, I don't really want it in my computer just in case something happens.
Exactly. Yeah, you don't want to download something that's gonna mysteriously come up with a virus, and now these days you got to play it safe. But you can use it on Brave. You can use it on Chrome OS. You should be able to use it with most of your major browsers that are on the market today. So it shouldn't be a problem. And with Linux being able to use Chrome OS, Brave, and all that, it shouldn't be a problem, should it, Machine?
No.
So, yeah, this is a win-win situation. Okay, if y'all agree with me, Pal Talk would be the best way to go. Do you agree, Machine?
Mm-hmm.
So if y'all agree upon it, then it's set in stone. We have our alternative. So in the meantime, I will try to work on setting up a Pal Talk account and get that all started. But I don't really want to do that neither, because if they're not going to do nothing on Discord and we're fine, then what's the sense of even going through that? That's just opening another door that, we don't need to open. And also, too, I could do it last minute. I can get the account set up really fast. So it's not like it's a big deal. So, I mean, it takes us, 20 minutes, maybe less, to set up a Pal Talk account. And then we all get together on YouTube and we just say, okay, and then, I'll open up the big chat bubble for, the Discord users. And we'll redirect everybody to that chat bubble. So it shouldn't be a problem. And we'll get you all clicked in. I think it's a good idea, Machine. I really do. I think, because if you look at it, my friend, some of your big time reviewers are using Pal Talk right now. Some of the big time reviewers like Linus Tech Tips uses Pal Talk. I think Gamers Nexus does, and a couple others. I'm not gonna go into all the detail with that, but I have heard some things over the years. What these big reviewers do, because if they think it's good enough, then I think it's good enough. You know, and they got millions of users. Am I wrong?
Yep.
So, okay. Now, are we done with any other questions or any concerns about what we're going to do as far as Discord? Machine, do you have any questions?
No.
I'm waiting to see if the chat has any other questions about it and what are recommendations to do. So, if you guys in the chat don't have any other questions about Discord, then we can move on to the next thing I'm going to talk about. So that way, we're not beating a dead horse. We already know what's going to happen. There's no sense of me telling you guys what's going to happen. You've already been hearing it through the internet, what's going to be happening with Discord. So we already know that. I'm not beating the dead horse on this. So, okay, well, yeah, you check it out. I'll definitely check it out, see if it's changed in any way, but yeah, most definitely I'll check it out too. So that's no big deal. I don't think it's changed much since they've started it, but it's well worth the look about. It's definitely well worth the look about. So yeah, I'll take a look at it tomorrow too. Any other questions or concerns, guys? Let us know now. I'm sure Machine will answer a couple of them. He's like, yeah, throw me under the bus now. Yeah.
It's okay. I'm used to being under the bus.
Oh my God. So, you have any other concerns, bro, about Discord?
Nope. Just gotta have to play it by ear for now.
Yeah, that's pretty much, you're going to have to play it. Yeah, I agree. You're going to have to play it by, everybody's going to have to play it by ear. Well, I guess there is no other, nobody else wants to discuss it. So they got the game plan. So next up, you guys are wondering why I did several amounts of videos for testing for the different presets on DLSS. Well, here's the thing. I'm looking for the preset that's going to run the greatest with my RTX 4070. And truthfully, I told you guys, if you watch the videos, there's one video I told you guys I'm going to tell you on the live stream which one I'm going to pick. As far as ultra performance on Cyberpunk 2077 Liberty, I told you guys which one I'm going to pick. So, if you want to know my answer, the best one that I saw was preset J. And I know that's got my name, preset J. But then I looked at preset K, and that looked a little bit better than J. So I'm going to say on Ultra Performance, preset K for my system is going to be for Ultra Performance. Just saying that. Even though that, they went through, they did preset A, B, C, D, E, and F. They skipped G, H, and I. And they did J, K, L, and M. Which I had the thumbnail set for G, H, and I. and I didn't use them because I didn't look. That's my fault. But I had it set up and ready to go in case in the future they decide they want to put those couple in, you know, do the whole alphabet, you know, A to Z. That would be cool. Hello there, Mr. Official. Good to see you. Good to see you. I think we should go back to the carrier pigeons. Yeah. Probably. So, my next round of testing with Cyberpunk 2077 is going to be doing not performance, not doing balanced, doing quality. Because now I'm building a spectrum of what's going to be in between. There's no sense of me doing balance. There's no sense of me doing performance. If I do quality, go from quality to ultra performance, you'll know what's in between. So now I'm going to end up having to make, let's see, A, B, C, D, E, F, skip G, H, I, J, K, L, and M. That looks like what? 10 more videos? 10, 11, 12 more videos? So, yeah. So now I'm going to have to do it on quality. So now I'm building a spectrum of, on high settings, at 1440p, I want to see what my spectrum is going from A to M. My uncle has a 5080 and paid over $1,000 for it. I'm going to tell you something, Mr. Official. I'm going to tell you something. My 4070, you can get a 5070 and still have that same great gameplay, even though it's 12 gigabytes of VRAM. And how you set it up and still have just as good gameplay with a 5070 than you do a 5080. If you're worried that much about your FPS, you can set it up and have great FPS, great gameplay with a 5070. I like the 70 class. I'm sorry. I don't like the 80 and I don't like the 90 class. 90 class burns up. 80 class is almost there. A couple of them have burned up. 70 class, you don't hear of the 70 class burning up, or the 60 class. So I'll stick where I can spend $530 in getting a 5070 compared to spending $1,200 to $1,600 on a 5080. What do you think, machine? That's a better deal? You're going to spend, if you take $530 and you double it, you think for that extra 4 gigabytes of VRAM, doubling the money is going to be worth it? It's not.
But you get more than that.
Not that much more, bro.
You get more cores. You get more.
Oh.
You get better AV1 encoding. You get faster VRAM.
Yeah, but my 4070 is giving me great AV1 encoding.
Right, yeah. I'm just being the devil's advocate.
Right.
I wouldn't pay twice as much for it. No, I wouldn't. I don't think it's because you're not getting twice as much. You're not getting 24 gigabytes of VRAM. You're not getting twice the amount of cores. You're not getting twice the amount. So it doesn't make sense. I mean, this is coming from somebody who has a 5070 Ti, though, so I don't have much to say. Don't have much to say about that.
Right. I gotcha. Well, Mr. Official, let me give you a little helpful hint. They're working on, right now, on Linux, updating NVIDIA drivers to work on Linux very well. So Give it a little time. I guarantee they will fix that problem. And when they do, and NVIDIA's all up on Linux, everybody's going to be like, oh my God. Guarantee it. Yeah, no, you get it's still 70 class. The 5070 Ti 16 gigabyte. Is that it? Yeah, that's 16 gigabyte. That's still 70 class. Right, machine?
Mm-hmm.
It's still a 5070.
Yeah,
but it's a 5080 chip.
It's $200 more.
Yeah, but
not anymore.
Not anymore. Yeah, it's over $1,000. It's close to a 5080 price. When it comes to the MSRP, the 5070 Ti is as much as the 5080 at MSRP. So yeah. Yeah, I got you. But I still give it hope that in the future, NVIDIA will come around and they will make it right on Linux. And when they do, AMD is going to have a lot of issues because now they have a contender. Right now, AMD doesn't have a contender on Linux because it's basically AMD or nothing. Look, I'm not rocking AMD. I'm not bad talking AMD. They're good at what they do on Linux as well as Windows. But when it comes to NVIDIA, I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to have to break the news to you. NVIDIA is going to triumph. Their software, even though they have little bugs with their software, so does AMD. AMD has just as much problems as NVIDIA does. So nobody can tell me anything different that AMD doesn't have any problems compared to NVIDIA. That's crap.
And NVIDIA brought back their software all the way back to the 2000 series. So
yeah.
There's that. You can use DLSS 4 all the way back.
Yeah.
And they weren't even expecting that to happen.
Nope.
Nobody was asking for it. They just did it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think Intel's going to get ahead of AMD here real soon with software.
Well, that's cool that you're sending out that 580 to Rocket with them, Mr. Official. Yeah, that's cool. I do agree on the open source. But it just doesn't work well with NVIDIA right now. Yes, I know I'm going to have to get me an Intel card. I'm gonna have to break down and get me a B580. Really wish they would have a B770 or a B780 or a B790. Would be nice. But I think that they did that for a server card, if I remember right. I do agree, Mr. Dakota, and welcome back once again. I do agree. I haven't sampled it myself, with Linux and Intel, but we are going to get there soon enough. really do want, everybody's talking bad about the B580, bro. They're sitting there saying, well, you can't game and you can't AV1 encode at the same time. Everybody said that about the 7600, RX 7600, but I've already done it with you guys. So, it can do it. Just have to balance it a little bit better. I have to balance it a little bit better the next time we do it. I am waiting for the maturity of those drivers from Intel. Oh, okay, that's cool. That's cool. Hey, if you're rocking it, that is all good. Yep, the 7600 XT.
That's a good card.
Yeah, it is. Even though that it got bashed. If you guys remember when the first reviews came out, they seriously bashed that card. They said, oh, because it stutters and this and that. Mr. Machine sent this one to me. It's an ASRock Challenger. It's a 7600. So, trust me, I've already tested this card. I've already repasted this card. And I've already rocked this card. Especially on Cyberpunk. I've tried this card on Linux. I tried the card on Linux and it worked just fine. I tried it on Windows, it's just fine. Get great FPS. And one of these days we're going to have to live stream on Linux, machine. That's going to be my next little feat. That means I got to get a whole new hard drive, new SSD, to plop in my system and put Linux in and rock with it and try to live stream and game at the same time. I'm really going to try that out. I really do. I really want to try that out sooner or later, Okay.
Wow, 12900K. $250. Wow.
Say that again.
12900K, $249.99.
Yeah, they discontinued the 12th gen.
I know.
That's a steal.
That's a doorbuster deal from them.
12900K, that's a steal.
Yep.
I mean, you got to look.
Something a 5070 for the 540 on Newegg.
They rocked that for what, 5-6 years? Major testing?
There's still people that test with it.
Yeah, I know. Getting it with a really good motherboard?
Yeah, good motherboard. That thing will last you for a while. As long as Windows supports it. Then you go Linux and it don't matter anymore.
Well, you got to remember, Windows is going to support all CPUs that are at least in the 10-year window bracket. Because they're still supporting 8th gen, and I know that for a fact because I got an 8th gen sitting on the floor. And when Windows 11 25H2 does support the 8th gen, and I know that for a fact. Finally got around to undervolting. That's cool. Hey, as long as you're getting a better performance, that's all good. But remember, don't kill your CPU. Don't kill your CPU because your GPU is power hungry. Kind of put the limit on your CPU so your GPU don't pull it to massive amounts of temperatures like 95C and stuff like that. That's crazy.
64 gigabytes. Corsair Vengeance 5200. DDR5, obviously. $475. That's sold out.
Jay's 2 cents paid for 1 terabyte on his video. For 1 terabyte, $150 at Micro Center. So that just gave me an idea. I don't even have to look onto the market. And yes, I do watch other reviewers. I'm not ashamed that I don't. I support all the other reviewers that are out there, the ones that are making sense. And the ones that don't make sense, I don't watch.
Now, what about this? It's an Intel Core i5-14400 with graphics, 730 graphics, 8 gigabytes DDR5, 512 gigabytes PCIe.
No, because it'll be a locked chip.
Yeah, it's $499.
I would rather go with the 12900K compared to that.
Yeah, but it's a full system, but it doesn't have a graphics card in it. It's only 8 gigabytes DDR5.
Yeah, but with 12900K, it's got integrated graphics.
Right.
So either way you look at it, you still got some graphics to work with. Calm down, everybody. I know what you're going to say. Even though it's got integrated graphics, some people like it because they do business computation. So calm down. I know that's what you're thinking, so calm down. Not saying just for gaming. You got to remember, my broad spectrum of the channel is dealing with what? Content creating, business, and gaming. It's all three in the buckets. Told you guys about the 3 buckets. I want CPUs that fit all 3 buckets. 12900K fits all 3 buckets, believe it or not. So even if you got a good graphics card you put with the 12900K, even though you got DDR4 rocking at 4000 megahertz CL18, you're still going to rock that 12900K. It doesn't have to go to AM5 or DDR5. You can still rock it on DDR4 at 4000 megahertz and make that chip scream. You can make that processor scream. You just don't see, everybody just doesn't look outside of the box like I did. Okay? I have an envisioning kind of idea. It's just like my PC. I envision my PC just going on Amazon, picking through, and I envisioned that the upgrade to my PC. And I was correct. It worked out beautifully. So, I'm reading what you guys are writing. That's the reason why my neck's bent. So,
here's another good deal. It's a gigabyte 27-inch 1440p monitor, 180 hertz IPS, FreeSync, 1 millisecond, and it comes with a $70 game. It's $160. Comes with Resident Evil Requiem. It's rare that you see games come with monitors.
here's something that the community needs to look at. You see this right here? Fits in the palm of my hand. You see that right there? You guys see this right here? This is 13 years old. 13 years old. This right here, this RAM right here is 7 years old. Okay? Between this and this right here, This is a gaming PC with, and believe it or not, M.2 right here. M.2 X16 slot, X16, X1. It's got all the bells and whistles that you could ever need. And I could still put this on Linux and game with this, which I've already done. You see how big this motherboard is? It's in the palm of my hands. Gaming PC. ITX. You know how much this cost? $150. Everything you see here, $150. That's it. So I got me, and I could strap this with a 6800 XT, because guess what? I've already tested this with the RTX 4070. I've already tested this with the RTX 4070. So the 6800 XT would run beautiful with this. So you're telling me a $400 graphics card, $150 platform with 32 gigs of RAM. 32 gigs. This is 30. These are two 16 sticks. 32 gigs. Now, so far that's $550. $50 for the case. That's $500. Or is that $500? No, 4 5. That's $600. And for the power supply, you can pick whatever you want. So let's say total, just out the door, $700 to build a gaming PC with 16 gigabytes of VRAM that will keep up with most modern games. And will run on Windows 11 25H2. Hands down, you can build a gaming PC for peanuts. You just don't know it. You actually, now let me ask you, do you think an MATX motherboard's going to fit in my hand? That's not MATX. That's in between ITX and MATX. I guarantee this will fit into an ITX case. My hand is the size of an ITX case. And that fit in my hand. So, I can do an ITX build with that if I want to. I mean, come on, guys. An ITX, that would be, you know what? That John's Bow case, that one case that we're all talking about in the past would probably be good for that board. With the 6800 XT, it's got all the bells and whistles. Put a nice air cooler with it. That's going to be rocking. Yeah, that's true there, Dakota. But it still has the same size parameters. So, what we'll do is when I get an ITX case, and I go to build it here, and I put it into the ITX case, there's always that little extra room that nobody ever talks about, that I know. Because my one case here was supposed to be for MATX, and I could fit a full ATX motherboard into that. So there is just a little bit of room that you can put, and this much. I mean, usually the position of an ITX board would be right here. It would be right here. So just that little extra, I bet you I can fit this into an ITX case. You might say I'm crazy, you might say I'm wrong, but the only way to find out is just do it. And I'm just going to do it. So as soon as I get the money, I'm going to get me an ITX case, and I'm going to put that into an ITX build. And we can put it to rest once and for all if it fits or not. So
how about a 44 core Intel Xeon?
a 44 core Xeon, how much?
$4,050.
How much?
$4,050.
Yeah, but you wouldn't need that.
I know.
That would be nuts.
Yeah, 97.5 megabytes of O3 cache. It's 2.2 gigahertz, but overclocks to 4.8. LGA 4677.
Right.
It's Tetra come to the core.
Well, when you're running it, when you're running a Xeon processor, you have to understand you want to be able to get a certain frequency out of it. It's not so much about how hot you can run it.
Right.
Because with these server grade processors, they're used to the heat. They're used to running 100%, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's the reason why I like them for like small gaming builds, is because they're used to running 24/7. And most of the Xeon processors that you get are used, yes, but they're broke in, they're seasoned, they're ready to go. As long as they're working great and you got a good CPU, yeah. I mean, the CPU I got there, it's running great. So, I mean, I can't beat that. I mean, if I want a small build to put together, that'd be perfect to put together, you know. Even though that, you know, I know some people say, well, it's a little bit bigger than ITX. Fine. We all can agree that yes, it is a little bit bigger than ITX. Okay, it doesn't fit in the realm of MATX. I can tell you that, because I got MATX motherboards here, and it doesn't fit in the realm of MATX. I'll show you why. So, while you can see my bed, okay, so this is MATX. My hand does not even fit. I can't even hold this up. My hand doesn't even fit across this. This is MATX. I'm just going to put it on the edge. Does it look like an MATX motherboard now? Lengthwise, yes. Widthwise, no. So, told you it might be a little bit bigger at the bottom. But usually if you get a case that's like an ITX build that has enough room, like 2 fans, 2.5 fans, usually you can get them in there. Bro, I don't know if you're not looking correctly at something. I got about this much difference from the width of the board. This much difference between the two. Length might be what you're looking at, but you got to look at both directions. Okay? That board is not a full MATX. If it is, then that would be a different story. But I guarantee you it'll still fit in an ITX case. So, I know we can argue all day long about this. I know. We can go back and forth about this. I know this. So, but the only way to find out if it's going to fit correctly is just to get a case, put it in there, and see if it's going to work. Am I wrong, Machine?
Yeah.
That's the only.
ITX. You could put that in ITX.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. Looks like you can. That's a small board.
I mean, I took a full ATX and put it into an MATX case. They always leave that little bit of extra room at the bottom. I mean, it depends on the case you buy. I will agree to this. It depends on the case you buy. But always look at what's going on with it. And I know you're going to say, well, it's not full ITX. It's, I mean, we can agree to disagree. But the board is small and it does the job. So I'm not going to worry about if it's what size it is. It works, period. So if it fits in if it fits in an ITX build, perfect. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. Then I'll get a different case. Not a big deal. Okay. But it's going to go into a build. And it's going to be in a build permanently. So I'm not going to leave that just sitting, lying around when I could be using it. So it's in the future. I was thinking of doing something different. If it doesn't fit in a ITX build, then I'll just get an ITX motherboard. Simple. I'll get an ITX motherboard for AMD, slap some cool AMD in there, and probably do it with Intel too. Slap in there an Intel graphics card. Why not?
Yep.
Okay, bro. I will. I'll be careful. But remember, I got a case that's sitting here. I'm not using neither. But I wanted to do something different than, because I hear everybody talking about the white ITX builds. So I am going to do an ITX build. Doesn't matter if it's going to be with that board or I get a new board. Doesn't matter. But I am going to be doing it. Machine, I am going to do that. That's going to be cool enough. So yeah, I want to be able to do something different. I see a lot of people doing water cooled ITX builds. Maybe I'll figure out how to get some water cooled equipment that's not too expensive and do a full water cooled ITX build. Something different. You see very few about those. Everybody does air cooler. I want to do something different. Something that's gonna, I mean, I know you guys know I don't know how to do water cooling. I'm not experienced, but I'm willing to learn. Even though I've been doing this many of years, I still can learn something new, experience something new. If I do it the first time, you never know. I might like it and do it all the time. I might want to do water cooled all the time on the channel. You never know. I'm not scared to do it. I've watched many people do it. I mean, but most of them are using soft tube. I want to use hard tube. I want to keep it nice and solid. So, yeah. Winston's still here. Yeah, I want to do that. I mean, I want to try something different on the channel. I just don't want to keep giving bad news to everybody. Okay, we all know that the RAM prices suck. We all know this. But there's alternatives. What, DDR3? Machine, we're looking at prices on DDR3. What?
It's cheap.
It's cheap.
$100 for 32.
Yeah, 32 gigs of DDR3 is $100. And you can still get the 32 gig motherboards. Why not? Everybody's so worried about the CPU. I really wouldn't worry about the CPU because the CPU, you can run that off of Linux. Linux only uses, I've already tested it. Linux only uses with the APU, it only uses like 2.5 gigabytes of system RAM. And that's with an APU. Now, without the APU, the program itself is only using like 1.5 gigabytes of system RAM. I've already tested that too. So, even running DDR3 with a decent system, and you can overclock 1600 megahertz if you get the right motherboard up to probably 1833. If the motherboard will accept it. If it does, and you can clock it up to 1833, that's even better yet. So, just an option. Yeah, we did talk about Discord there, Dakota, but it's still on the table. Okay? We haven't finished the Discord about Discord just yet. We did. I kind of, said, okay, well, let's move on. But if you got something you want to add about Discord, then please add it in. Right now, what our thought is that we're going to wait until they ask for age verification, we're going to sit still on it. There's no sense of jumping off the bandwagon just because somebody said and got a hairball up their booty hole. We're not going to jump off the bandwagon just yet because we spent a lot of time building that channel, for Discord. So what if nothing happens and we jump the bandwagon and then we just cut our neck? We just did this. We just cut ourselves by the neck. So I'm not going to jump off the bandwagon just yet. And I'm going to wait it out. And if they ask me for age verification, then I'm going to tell you all about it, that what's going to happen next. Right now, I want to check out Pal Talk because it's been around for years and it's seasoned and it's ready to go, which I'll be doing that probably tomorrow. But that's going to be one of the alternatives. I don't want to put out too many alternatives. Thank you, Dr. Blitz. We appreciate you, my friend, for that good old donation. We do appreciate you. But as far as with Discord, we're not going to jump off the bandwagon just yet. So, kind of waiting it out. Yeah. Well, I had to say that by the neck. But if there's no sense of overreacting over something that hasn't happened yet. So, right. Well, Winston, understand, my friend. I'm not going to jump off the bandwagon until I see something happen. Okay. Right now, Machine and I had this discussion, and that's why we're having the discussion with you guys. Is because we want everybody on the same page. So that's the whole purpose of the live stream tonight, is to get everybody on the same page. So everybody's on that same page. So we're not jumping the gun just yet. Discord could change their mind. They could say, well, they're doing this, but then they change their mind and say, oh, we're not doing that anymore. They might do like Valve did with Steam. Give us a credit card. That's what they could say. Give us a credit card. Prove your age. That's what they could say. So that's the reason why I'm not jumping the bandwagon just yet. So we're kind of waiting it out. Yeah, well, I hope you guys understand. Don't jump the gun just yet. That's not what I'm trying to tell everybody. We're not jumping the gun just yet. We're getting prepared if it comes down to this. If it comes down to the point of no return with Discord, then yeah, I will be moving the Discord channel over to Pal Talk if it's good enough and if everybody in Discord agrees with me. Because what we'll do is we'll put it to a vote. We'll let everybody go and sample Pal Talk. And if it comes down to the time, I will ask everybody for a vote. And we'll put it up in the air and see what everybody thinks. But for right now, this is just notification. Just let you guys know where we stand on this as a channel and where my feelings is about it as well. So, right. When are they supposed to be doing all these changes anyway? I'm hearing March. It's not in February, is it? Machine? Have you heard anything?
Next month.
Yeah, I thought it was next month.
Yeah, that thing, as far as I know.
Oh, Dr. Blitz says one more day till Rec Room. Is that a game? Is that a game?
I don't know.
I think it is. Yeah, I mean, yeah, okay. I got you now. Yeah, it's Resident Evil.
Requiem?
Yeah. It's all good. It's all good. It's Resident Evil. That they got a new one coming out? I thought I was still on 4. Oh, I thought I'm still on number 4. Unless it's higher than that. Damn. I imagine you guys are going to tell me it's 7. Who knows? What do you think, Machine?
I don't know. I haven't played any of those games.
Yeah, I know. I did the demo on number 4. It was pretty good. High on Life 2 was very good, Winston says. Yeah, I heard a lot of people talking good about it, so, you know. It's actually number 9. Wow, that's a lot. Number 9, man. Shit, that's like a Harry Potter movie. Like 3001. Telling you. So, also too, what'd you guys think of the last video? I forgot to ask you that question. What'd you guys think of the last video? Me using this. Where I did the video, the picture-in-picture kind of thing. What do you think of the picture-in-picture on this cam? This right here was only like $27. So what do you guys think about this? Does it look cleaner than this one right here or no? Oh, this is a camera. You guys probably can't see it. You guys still can't see it. It's a camera. This came with a 32 gig card. It came with the power cord. It's got a swivel head. You can swivel the camera on one side to your side. It's 9 by 16. It's 9 by 16, I think. Yeah, it's a cheap camera. Well, these microphones here, right here, these are only $3. And I know somebody's going to say, I know they left me a comment about these microphones right here. These only work for PC. These won't work on your telephone. I've already tried it. I'm already going to break the ice and tell you these will work for USB Type-C PC only. Not unless you got a USB type C to USB type A. That's the only way you're going to get it to work on for your PC. But for your regular telephone, they do not work. I've already tried it. So I'm just clearing the air right now so that way we know how these things work right here. But it's pretty cool. I got a bunny on my hat. See, I got a bunny on my hat. If I put both microphones up there, I got a bunny on my hat. Right, Machine?
Yep.
So, out of all this, what do you think, Machine?
I don't know. I think that we should stick with Discord until we have issues, but have a backup plan just in case.
Well, I think doing Pal Talk might be a good option.
Yeah, we can try it out.
I've had it before, but I know it's changed since back years ago. So I did have it before. So, but yeah, we'll take a look at it. And we'll have to get it all set up and ready to go for everybody to transfer over. But there is one concern that I got. And I know seems like I'm going down a road I don't want to go. And I really don't want everybody to get taken the wrong way neither. You want to know what it is? The age bracket. I know I said that earlier. But there's so many lawsuits and everything else going on because of kids getting creeped up on to adult channels, and you got many companies out there trying to separate everything into age brackets, and it's making it really hard for content creators to make a good decision on this. I don't know. And I'm going to tell you guys, and my young viewers, I want you to understand something. If it comes down to time that they're going to put heavy restrictions on minor children being on full adult channels, then you have to understand that's the law. And there's nothing I'm going to do to go against the law. So if they're putting a restriction on the channel for the kids that they're no longer going to be able to get on adult channels, there's nothing I can do. I mean, you could watch YouTube, my YouTube videos. That doesn't restrict you from my YouTube videos. But when it comes to chat sites, that's where the fine line's going to be coming. So that's what's got me concerned right now, is what they're going to do next. And Congress just passed that law updating everybody about, the children belong here. And believe it or not, with Facebook being sued and everything else, it's kind of a fine line. It's either they have to understand the difference between teaching children how to build something other than going to a site that's, full-blown Armageddon. That's not what happens on my channel. So that point is going to be put out there point blank to the community. We do educational builds. We do talk about builds. We do talk about news in the PC world. We do everything that's dealing with personal computers. Everything else is squashed. We don't talk too much about that. Right now we're talking about the Discord because that's a part of our community. But when it comes to learning something, we're all here to be teachers. To the new people that are just coming into the PC game. We're all teachers. Not just me. Everybody that's subscribed to this channel and Discord are all teachers. They've all been through the ropes. They all know what's going on. I'm not the only teacher on this channel. There's many people that got just as much, even more experience than I got. So there's many people here that have lots of experience. So I could say we have at least 100 years worth of experience on this channel. At least. So that's why I say this is a teaching channel. It's an entertainment channel. All wrapped up into one big ball. So there you go. Yes, teachers of all ages. There you go. Mr. Winston said it just right. Oh, the AI news did not get quiet, Mr. Blitz. Dr. Blitz, it did not get quiet. The companies got quiet because they're watching to see what Dell does and to see what Microsoft does. Microsoft started to back away from AI. Dell backed away from AI. Your two major players in this business backed away from AI. Now it's questionable. Even NVIDIA pulled back a little bit on their donation to AI. I don't know, guys. It's questionable when you got your major software company and a major hardware company backing away from their initial plans. And that plan was not, that wasn't, they were never a part of that plan. This whole thing got started by NVIDIA. This whole AI boom got started by NVIDIA. Started. But AMD joined in, Intel joined in, and then all the companies in the world joined in because it was nothing but a cash grab. I'm sorry, big time companies, this is the truth. And I hope y'all are not going to hate me for this. But you did this for a cash grab. You screwed the public for a cash grab. And I'm going to say the truth. And that's the way it is. You screwed the public for a cash grab. Instead of putting out new innovative products, you decided to screw us on the old products by jacking up the price, making us think that's the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. Guys, listen to what I'm saying. There's so much used hardware out there. Microsoft isn't the only one that's an operating system. You got many. You got like 40 different operating systems out there. 40. Minimal. that you can switch to that are just as good, even better than Microsoft. So that's the reason why Microsoft is panicking right now, is because they're losing clients to Linux. And now they even put up on the air. That they're going to go sue Linux. Who are you going to sue? They're developers. Who are you going to sue? Wait, Linux is an open source project. Who are they going to sue? What, because they're losing clientele? Well, maybe if you stop lambasting your operating system to shove AI into it and neural processing and start focusing on x86 like you should have been, then you would still have your clients. Their fault. They screwed their own selves. Their fault. I didn't screw them. They screwed themselves by doing what they're doing now. Just like Intel did with their CPUs. But they're trying to bring themselves up above that now. Let's see what they do for the desktop. They did something for the laptop, but they didn't do nothing really spectacular for the desktop yet. So when they do, and they rise above for the occasion and make themselves top notch compared to AMD, then there's more competition in the world. When they get their graphics card in line to be above top notch than AMD and NVIDIA, then they have accomplished something. But they need to work on this. They need to focus on this. Stop focusing on the console crap. I'm sorry if you're console bros, don't take me wrong. To me, it's not an operating system. That's just a system. That's not an operating system. Multiple things in one. Now, my desktop is an operating system. Does multiple things at the same time. Not like your consoles that only do one thing at a time. That's the reason why it looks like it's faster and everything else. Yeah, because it doesn't have a full-fledged operating system in it. If you put a Windows operating system in a PS5, guess what? It's going to be slower than a 486 CPU. It'll be chugging along at about 1.8 gigahertz. It won't be chugging along at like we're at right now, 5.5 gigahertz. And for the people that are knocking 12 gigabytes of VRAM, stop it. I got 12 gigabytes of VRAM. I'm only using half of it when I'm playing my games. Hogwarts Legacy, Cyberpunk, even Control. I'm only using half the RAM. That's just the 5090 bros. They haven't got that in their mind that, mid-level still works for gaming. So you'll bring yourself up to that point to where you understand 70 class still works. 60 class still works. But you just got to rise to above the occasion of worrying about 16 gigabytes of VRAM, which you don't really need. Only reason you need it is because you keep shoving so much graphics onto your screen, it can't handle it. And guess what? It goes all crazy. It artifacts like crazy. You have problems like crazy. I've yet to have one artifact on my system because of how I set up my display. Not once. Only time I had artifacting on my screen was when I was running, Heaven Benchmark. I pushed my GPU to its max. Almost 4 almost 3 gigahertz. No, I did push it over 3 gigahertz. 3.1 gigahertz to be exact. Got it to 3.090 mega, or 3.090 gigahertz. 10 megahertz away from 3.1. And it didn't have enough power at that point. I was limited to 208 watts. Now, if I had another 20 watts, I could probably get another 10 megahertz. You know, that machine, I probably could have got another 10 megahertz. But
Does that make that big a difference?
no, not really. It's not going to make no difference at all, really. So, but I can run it at 3.060 gigahertz. And it runs beautiful. But does it really matter? Me adding another 10 degrees Celsius onto the GPU? No, I really don't need to do that. So I don't need to overclock my graphics card. I've already pushed it to its max, to its minimal, and all across the board. I've already had this, over 3 years now?
Yep.
So.
Came out April 23.
When am I thinking 2022?
Um, 5,000 Super came out in 25, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's 2 years before that, 23.
No, wasn't it late 2024?
No.
The 5090?
No, came out in January 25.
But it was announced in December of 24.
It might have been announced, but it didn't come out until January 2025.
Yeah, that was until after Computex, or I think Computex.
Came out the end of January 2025. 5080, 5090 came out then.
Yeah.
And the 5070, 5070 came out in February. And then I think April was the 60 class cards.
I was thinking November of 2022 for the 4070.
No, it was April.
Oh, that's right. I know why. Because in November 2022, they had on the announcements that the 4070 was coming. So it wasn't until May of 23 that I picked up the card.
Yeah, a month after it came out.
Yeah. No, actually 2 weeks. It was like the end of April it came out.
Right.
But I picked it up like 2 weeks after in May. So let's say about 3 weeks after it launched.
Yeah, you pretty much got it at March. Close enough.
Yeah, pretty much. Anybody that got it within the 30 days got a golden samples, from what I heard. Somebody told me that, and I said, I don't believe it. So, but the way my card runs, it runs really good. So I'm really impressed with it. So I can tell you, and I'm going to say it, Asus made a really good card. The Asus Dual RTX 4070 was a really good card. Now, Mr. Machine's got the WindForce RTX 4070. And the Super. And the 5060 Ti 16 gigabyte. And the 4070 XT, or the 9070, or not the 9070, 9060 XT with 16 gigabytes.
7900 XT.
7900 XT.
5070 Ti.
And the 5070 Ti.
But that's it. That's all I got.
And I got the 3060, 12 gigabyte, the 7600, the GTX 1650, the RX 5500, and a GT 730. And the R5 240 AMD, 1 gigabyte card. And I got 3 APUs. I got a 5600G. I got the, I can't remember what the other two are. So. And the 9700X. Machine's got the 9700X. So yeah. Graphics wise, that's not an issue. But I'm really thinking about, and I told Machine this, even if it's used, I'm still thinking the 6800 XT. That would make a really good gaming build. So, I know it's AMD. I'm not knocking AMD. Like I said, there's cards that I like and there's cards I don't like. So, the ones that I usually pick out are usually the ones I like. But to me, as long as they can play a game, they're all good cards. But I just have my taste. Machine has a 6800. I want the 6800 XT. Because that card's got what? Another 5 years on it? Before they discontinue it, maybe?
Which one?
The 6800 XT.
I don't think they're producing it anymore.
No, but they got it on the used market.
Yeah. I mean, it'll last for a while. The 6800 is about equal with the 9060 XT without the software.
Yeah, but the 6800 XT is within 4% of the 4070.
I think. I'll look it up, actually. I'm curious.
Last time I looked, it was within 4% of the 4070 on the relative chart of Tech Power Up.
Yeah, I want to talk about it is 7% less.
Is it 7%? Last time I looked was like 4 months ago.
It's a little bit. The 7800 XT is 4% stronger than the 6800 XT. It's about equal to 5060 Ti 16 gigabyte. Which is interesting.
Yeah. Which I'm going to have a look too. Use the 6800 XT as the catalyst. So the 7800 XT is 4% more. And above that is the 4070, which is 7% total. So the 6900 XT, the 3080, the 7800 XT sit in between the 6800 XT and the 4070. And the 6950 XT is only 1% more than the 4070. That's dude, that's like close.
It's not even noticeable.
Not now. I mean,
so the 5070 Ti is just a little bit better than those. Just a tad bit.
Actually, the 5070 is like 19% faster than the 6800 XT. But is it really, between the two, is it really worth the $130 more?
Between the which one?
Between the 6800 XT and the 5070?
5070 has a longer lifespan with software updates. That's what you get, and you get dedicated ray tracing cores.
Yeah, but what I'm doing is a price comparison.
Right.
Let's say you can get the 6800 XT 16 gigabyte for $400, right? And you can get the 5070 for $520. So is that $120 worth the 19%? Is the question. I keep forgetting that damn name. The Linux distro that I keep telling Machine about. Zorn OS. That's the one I'm using for the distro, testing it right now, is Zorn OS. Just to let you know.
Refurbished 6800 XP 450.
Okay, it's for the $70 then.
Sapphire Nitro open box 1600 XT.
So with the 5070, you lose 4 gigabytes of VRAM.
Yep.
But you gain. Now going memory to memory, you lose 4 gigabytes of VRAM, but you gain an IPC uplift of 3% between GDR6 and GDR7.
Yeah, you get the RAM speed for it's not like 20, it's like 16. It's like a third of the speed. No, not a third.
Actually, no, you get about 18 or 19 with the 6800 XT.
I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, some people say you get it at that, but I've heard people getting, 18 and 19.
16 gigabyte frequency, 16 gigabits per second effective. It's the same as the 6800.
Right.
And it's 27 gigabits per second for the GDDR7 on the 5070.
Thought it was 28.
No, it might be 28. It might be 28. 28. That's 30 for the 50.
Well, you look at the difference between the memory speed alone. It's night and day. But balancing it out wise, looking at the 6800 XT, the 4 extra gigabytes of VRAM and that card for $400 is not worth it. Because the 5070 is a higher bandwidth. And it runs the most recent software of 2026.
Yep.
Because the 6800 XT has been
I'd say
backlogged.
a used 6800 XT, $300 would be about right.
Yeah, about that.
Maybe $350 at the most. Because the 6800s are going for $250 used.
Right.
So more for the 6800 might make sense.
Well, that's still 16 gigabytes. The 6800 and 6800 XT, they're both 16 gigabyte cards.
Yeah, but it's not. See, from my experience, 12 gigabytes of NVIDIA memory is the same. Is equivalent to 14 gigabytes of AMD memory. They use their memory. So you don't utilize as much what on AMD. That might probably some fast access memory. I'm not sure why AMD draws more memory when you're playing games, but it does.
That's because of the
About
software.
1.5 to 2 gigabytes.
Well, you got to remember they've done things to the software to make the hardware run better.
Yeah, so it's not really 12 gigabytes on that card in your card. It's actually 13 to 14.
About that, yeah. Well, actually, no, it's about 16.5. Because you got to remember it's running 1.5 times faster than GDR6. My card's GDR6X, so it's running 1.5 times more on the IPC uplift. So
what I've noticed when running the 7900 XT without ray tracing, I'm using 15 gigabytes of VRAM on Starfield at 4K.
right.
Okay, there's no ray tracing. If I put when I run it with the 5070 Ti, I'm using 13.
Yeah.
So
it's it's based on the software, and it's based on the construction of the graphics card.
Yeah.
And plus, if you look at the 5070 Ti and how many cores it has compared to the 7900 XT, that might give you more of a light.
I mean, they're pretty close together when it comes to raster.
Well, they're pretty close together when it comes to the amount of cores.
Yes, I mean it's 20%.
Which way, the 5070 Ti or the
Ti is 20%?
Okay, well then that's your difference.
Yeah.
And plus,
if you use ray tracing, it's over.
And plus, you're talking about a graphics card that's running what 18 gigabits per second on the memory compared to something that's running what 28.
It's 20 on the 7900 XT versus 28.
Now that depends on your system, my friend. That depends on your system. If you were to run a B6, if you're running a B600 series motherboard, you're going to be limited on the amount of memory that it could use.
Well, yeah. I mean, but if it's like an 850,
800 series motherboard, yeah. You're not as limited.
That's just what I've noticed.
Right. Well, there's limitations. You have to know what your limitations are on some pieces of equipment. That's why you're seeing a better performance on the 800 series compared to the 600 series. You know, you're seeing a big jump because there's less limitations on the motherboard you got now compared to what you had before.
Oh yeah, I got a huge uplift when I changed boards. Huge.
Oh yeah.
Gotta get PCIe choke. I running 8 lanes that whole time.
That's okay, Winston. No worries, no worries. But you know what? We've used up our time.
Yep.
We went over the 2-hour mark. So just a little recap for everybody. With Discord on this channel, we're sitting still until we find out what's going to happen next. But we do have a little bit of alternatives that we're going to shoot by everybody on Discord. And if this worsens or anything else, we'll have another live stream on about Discord. And then we'll have an update about it, you know, if anything changes. So we'll keep you guys well informed when it comes to Discord. Don't worry about that. We're keeping our ear to the ground, and I'm sure everybody on the channel is doing the same thing. So if they hear anything, I'm sure they're going to let us know in Discord. And if I find out anything, I'll make sure everybody in Discord knows. So don't worry, you're not going to be left out of the loop. You will be in the loop when it comes to that. But it's time, guys. Machine, you want to say your goodbyes till the next time?
Bye, everybody. Don't forget, Marathon's got their free gameplay starting tomorrow for 4 days. till the 2nd. So if you want to play some free marathon, you'll be able to play it for free for 4 days.
Yeah, if you want to play marathon for 3 or 4 days, like Machine said, make sure you're keeping your eyeball out so you get in on that deal.
It's starting tomorrow at 12 noon Central.
Tomorrow at noon Central. Keep that in mind. So I want to say to everybody, we're glad to have you here. We're glad that you stuck around for, through our 2-hour session talking about Discord and talking about everything that we can think of, keeping you news and updated and everything else. Do remember, I do have regular videos out there, not just live streams. Make sure y'all help us out by watching the videos and getting us up to the watch hours we need to go full Monty. We want to get to the next level, so make sure you hit the subscribe button. Keep me motivated. You guys want to keep me motivated? Then hit that subscribe button. Tell your friends, come on down and hit that subscribe button. Let's build the channel together. We'll go through the ups and downs and everything else, so do keep that in mind. I have it pre-ordered and I'll be grinding. We got you, Winston, no doubt. So, don't forget to put a thumbs up on the live stream and all the videos that I got. That helps get the algorithm going to push my videos further out.
And comment on them too, it helps.
Yeah, anything you can do to help, get those videos out to everybody so they can start coming in and subscribing would be a big help. I'm going on close to 4 years here, guys. And I know channels that are already monetized and everything else in their first 2. So if you want to help me out and you want to help the channel out, let's get me to the next level.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your sisters, brothers, uncles, the whole 900 yards. So, until the next time and the next video or live stream, you know what it is? We'll see you on the next one.